我想问一下，我用中文来表达了，说一下，我知道你听得懂中文，你不觉得你那个 presentation 是在说谎吗 ？You are a liar.
The answer is I'm going to use Chinese. Don't you think your presentation is in fact a lie?
你们有一个小孩，他刚那个升到地面的时候，他是一张空白的纸，他不知道是对还是错。现在呢，是一帮 young gay 他们要上街，你觉得他们是自己上街的呢，还是背后有人怂恿他们去上街的呢？
These young people being motivated by other things or asked by outsiders to go on the street, or these young people, these little, I think you said little child, 小孩, these little children really don't have any sense of right or wrong. I am paraphrasing at the end. Is that the question? Okay.
我就是想问一下，你们在号称说是在保护那一帮 young gay， 为什么你们会把他推到前面去，而你们站在后边呢？
Why do the middle-aged and older people push the young kids to the front while you guys stay in the back? Okay.
Hey, I just have a questions for Dr. Kung. So, you know how, like, from my understanding, the one country, two system only lasts for 50 years for Hong Kong people. So, are you guys protesting for all of this just to become Chinese in like 27 years, 28 maybe?
28.
Or you guys just are you guys just fighting to lose in the end?
Okay.
Thank you. It's going to be short. So my question is, do you believe introducing theology into this debate will initiate a new battleground of ideology in the future?
Okay.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for all the questions as well as the comments. You know, I have to confess that I may not be able to give you a reasonable response, but I try my best, you know. Now, concerning whether what I'm saying is lie or not, I think this is something related to the understanding of truth. If we say our understanding of truth is based on two criteria, the first one is corresponding theory to the truth. So that is corresponding to what is really happening. And the second criteria is talking about coherence theory of truth. So even though we may not be able to look at what is happening outside, but the whole argument itself, whether it is consistent or not. Now, I do not want to go into details here, but I would like to say that if you are trying to say that what I'm trying to say is not true, is lie, then I think you have to go through this true theory to assess all my arguments, whether it is corresponding, whether it is coherence. Okay, the first point. Now, the second point is that whether, you know, the young people are brainwashed or indoctrinated, I think the question is important because of our experience during the time of the Cultural Revolution in 1960 and up to the mid of 1970s. A lot of the young people, you know, in China and, you know, they're holding the red books, you know, then we have to ask, maybe because of this kind of experience, then we are very suspicious of any movement coming from the young people. They are indoctrinated or they are brainwashed, you know. Maybe, I'm not quite sure, is this something related to our previous experience? And in fact, you know, nowadays, when in the last few years, you can see that a lot of the social movement are initiated by the young people, like the Malala from Pakistan, and also Greta from Sweden talking about the ecology. They bring new hopes to our society. How can we say to those people, oh, Malala, you are brainwashed, you are indoctrinated, you know, Greta, you are... I don't think we will say in this way because they play a very important role in our society. Young people, they are no longer young. They are more mature than what we think. That is, we have to put our faith on young people, rather still saying that they are too young, they are not able to, you know, to think thoughtfully. And the last point here, and also now, when we are talking about the young people in Hong Kong, and also a friend mentioned that, you know, Hong Kong, the one country, two system will come to an end in the 2047. So about less than 30 years. For the middle age, like me, I'm at the age of 50-something. Well, I'm not sure whether I will, in the 2047, I will still survive. But it is very clear for the young people, their calculation is much better than us. They are thinking that I'm only a teenager at the age of maybe 20 or less than. 30 years later, I'm only at the age of 40-something or 50. I still have a long way to go. If I do not do something right now, after 2047, what is my future? So I just want to let you know in this way. And the final one, that when you are talking, saying that the middle-aged people, you know, their way of defending the young people, they are not going to the front line. I will tell you this is not true. Well, then you can go to the website to know more about whether the information is misinformation or not. That is so important here. And the final comment making about whether when we start to think the whole issue in theology, whether it is pushing the whole battle into another ideological battle. But you can also argue from a different way. The ideological battle is already be there. We haven't started another one. What we are doing is the ideological battle. So that is to say, if we are different from one another, if we are holding different views, please come down. We can discuss, we can explore, we can have a dialogue instead of just sticking on the ideology that we have held in the previous year. So in other words, that I would say that the theological engagement is not necessarily starting a new battle, but is to admit the battle is already be there, but we should discuss this in a rational way, positive way, and a dialogical way. Yeah, thank you.
To quote Carl Schmitt, all politics are theological.